Hi Lisa, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. What a crowd.
Yeah, it's great.
How good. Biggest yet, I think.
So it's your second season as senior coach. How are you feeling about season 2024?
Yeah, it's certainly better second year in, that's for sure. I came in from Melbourne, in April last year, so the girls have been, training since Feb. They've been incredible. So just to see them completely buy in, and that's the one thing I've noticed with this group. I know you probably haven't seen your families too much, and that's because they're training so hard and connecting so well. So just been really proud of what they've been doing, and I think Friday was a bit of a look at that, but hopefully a lot more to come.
What do you think the best part of your job is? What do you enjoy the most about being part of the club?
Great question. I've got 2 kids, but I feel like I've got a lot more. I sometimes,
all of the girls?
I also do wish I was like, oh, do I have more kids? I was like, hell no. I would like to, but having the 32 of them is a bloody blessing. They are a great group, don't tell them. And just understanding what goes into these girls getting up and performing each week is very, very incredible. I don't know if you saw them out there today, the bruises on their legs and what they have to go through in pre-season, and that's just one game. So, there's a lot that goes into it. So,
So you go into the season without Ange Stannett and no Kiara Bowers. What opportunities does that open up for someone else?
Yeah, I think if you have a look at the group, it actually just adds another 2 people to our list. Those girls haven't gone far. It's so good to see Turbo here. I know we like, teasing her a bit, but she is incredible. Yes, I'm looking at you. Just to see what she can do, she is so inspiring, and she's still part of our group. She's a massive part of our group, driving the rehabbers, doing their thing, and Ange as well. She's going to be a great help and a great source on the bench, and those 2 are never too far away. And, I think the way that they've impacted the younger players as well, I think you would have seen a little bit of that on Friday night. Eastie and the way she goes about it. I know I like throwing it under there, but she's really been a big part of those 2 and in her growth, and she was exceptional.
Fantastic. And what do you think the key points that the girls have focused on in the pre-season the most?
Annoying me and connection, I'd say is the biggest one, and I think that probably reflects in the 4 families that have travelled today, like to come to this. I don't think we've ever had so many families travel interstate for a season launch. So hats off to those families. It's so incredible to see them. The Newtons, who we, are up the back there. She's never far away. And obviously TK, Holster and the whole Runnels tribe is here, and we're really delighted to have them. And that's, goes to the girls, and what we're trying to build here is really special.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you if you've got any final words or anyone else you'd like to thank, but I think you've just said it. But if there's anyone else?
I think just a really big thank you. As Hef said before, I want to shout out to the staff as well. They have been on the go since, early in the year, and a lot goes, without being thanked and all that. So I always talk about the players, and, they're pretty important. But the staff are absolutely incredible to what we do, and the program that Hef's building, we like teasing her a lot, but she's a very special person, and she's building a really strong program here. So thank you to the families as well. We understand sometimes you'd like them more out for dinner, or you'd like them popping around, but these girls are building something really special here, and hopefully you can feel that in the room, and I'm sure you will going forward in this season as well. So thank you.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Lisa. That must make you very proud to see that jumper presentation.
Absolutely, and looking at everyone, how exciting it's going to be to see everyone out there in the jumper, getting ready to go. There'll be purple for round 2, but first we've got to get through round 1, so it's getting very exciting.
What are you most excited about for the season?
I think just being able to see all the girls get out there and show their strengths. That's something that we've really been focusing on throughout the pre-season is, everyone just owning their role, bringing their strengths, because when every single person does that, regardless of what that looks like, we're going to be better for it as a group.
And how's the rehabilitation coming along for yourself?
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be a long journey. I'm very lucky that I'm surrounded by the absolute best in our staff, our coaches, the girls as well. But can't come away from what a fantastic opportunity it's given Gabba and TK to come into our side and make an impact, because they've been bloody fantastic since the day they got there. So it's very exciting. I can't complain, considering we've got a great group of girls around me, and the support has definitely been felt.
What do you love the most about being part of this team?
We've touched on it a few times today, but it's definitely just that connection piece. And words can mean one thing, but I think even just looking back at the game 2 nights ago, we're starting to feel it. We're starting to see it out on the ground and what that looks like. We've always been massive on it off field. It's one of those things that can be difficult to measure when you're on field as well. But looking across at the bench when I was out there on Friday night, you see girls, we're chatting through things, we're trying to solve problems, we're just identifying things differently this year. And again, that speaks to the experience and the maturity that we're building in the group. But yeah, it's so exciting. And yeah, again, it's a connection piece, isn't it? It's massive for us. And today's one of them.
Oh, you can just see it. You can feel it. You really can.
Yeah.
The girls obviously looking so fit and strong. We saw that this morning at the ceremony there. What do you think they've done in pre-season to really nail that fitness and be in peak condition for round one?
Well, and I think our S&C high performance staff have done a fantastic job in putting together a great program, making sure that we are fit and healthy, firing, ready to go for round one, but obviously wanting to peak at the right time too. And it comes back to the girls. No one can do the work for us, and
Yep.
Very much taking every challenge in their stride, putting the work in, pulling each other through it as well. And there have been challenging times, but again, us being able to work through them in pre-season means that we're going to be better for it going through the season.
Fantastic. And just finally, are there any words you'd like to extend to friends and family here today?
Absolutely. A lot of it has been said, but I just want to reinforce how important every single person is in this room for us as a group. We get to show up at work and do our thing and be the best that we can be, purely because we've got the support of you guys around us. And we've had people come across Australia, people come over from Ireland, but there's also a lot of people in the room that couldn't make it today that are a massive part of our story and our journey, who would love to be there and our support from afar throughout the whole season. So thank you to everyone in this room. To the girls, I'm so excited to see us run out round one. We've got a pracky match to get through before then, but the work is showing, and our group is incredibly hungry. That's something that we're lucky with our group. Everyone's so willing to embrace challenges, so willing to put their hand up regardless of what the role looks like. And it's going to put us in real good stead for the season ahead. But I'm just so excited. It was a funny one watching the game on Friday night, because you just want to run through a brick wall when you see the girls doing their thing out there. I don't know about everyone else in the room, so that's going to be something that I learn to manage, and I'll lean on all the families for support for how to do that and how to temper the emotions. But no, I'm just bloody excited to get started.
Oh, fantastic. I think everyone is, and again, you can feel that happiness and excitement in the room. And it's not long now, is it? Just a few weeks out. So
yeah, a few weeks out, but I think everyone's just ready to continue versing other people now, not ourselves.
Absolutely.
I was asked to have a quick brief chat of 3 minutes, very stern talking to by Kelly, so I'll keep it to 3 minutes, about what it means to wear the jumper, and I suppose what it means to receive your first jumper, being in light where we are this morning. I remember back, 7 years ago or 8 years ago when I first received my first jumper, and I suppose on reflection it was really a time that I could sit back and think about all the hard work, the determination, the grit, the obstacles, the challenges that I faced along the journey to kind of get me to where I was in receiving that jumper, which was a really proud moment for myself, but also my family along the way. Then when I thought about writing, and I suppose what some of the girls probably wanted to hear, I have to keep it PG rated, obviously, with everyone in the room, but every time that I used to pull the jumper on, it was a privilege. It wasn't anything I ever took for granted, and it was something that I was always really, really proud of. I knew that every time I put it on, I was a part of something pretty special, and it wasn't just about me. It was about my family, my friends that had got me there, the coaching staff, the football club that had backed me in, but most importantly, the teammates that I would run out every single week with, knowing that they had my back and I had their back. And I always used to say when I was fortunate enough to play in it that I'd take a bullet for any of you girls, and I know you'd do the same for me. And I think that was due to the fact of all the hard work, all the blood, sweat and tears that a lot of you girls have obviously been through this season and in previous seasons with your group. So that for me was something that I always reflected on, and I never ever took it for granted, and I know none of you girls will when you receive it today. Just lastly, I just want you girls to think about it, and there's obviously a number of girls today that will receive their first ever Fremantle jumper, which is so exciting. A lot of them are in my backline, so I'm very, very proud of you girls. And yes, it's our backline, but mine also. I just want you to think about the legacy piece, that not only the new players, but the ones that have been around, whether it's your second year or your ninth season. What legacy do you want to leave when the jumper's no longer yours and you're about to pass it on? Because for me, it was about leaving the jumper in a better place and leaving the club in a better place than when I found it. But each individual will have their own legacy piece that they want to leave. So that's really the message I want to leave for each and every one of you girls today, receiving your jumper from obviously someone very special to you, a family member, or someone that's impacted your career or your life. Really think about that legacy piece that you want to leave, the jumper, in a better place for the person that is going to take it once you're done and you're old and can't run like me. So thank you so much to the Footy Club for asking me to speak. Hopefully that was under 3 minutes. Very proud of each and every one of you girls today that are receiving the jumper. Enjoy it, and let's go Dockers. Let's have an awesome season this year. Thank you.